Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here and welcome to another video. Today we're going to be checking out my own gameplay here. Someone in the comment section in the last video asked to review my own attacking and defending. Kind of like, I've already done these types of videos before, but there's not really much to upload right now in regards to not opening packs for Team of the Season. I do have a big Team of the Season pack opening for you guys when the best Team of the Season comes out. One of my viewers is going to be saving up to like it's gonna be like 300 plus packs. So I'm gonna have videos for days in regards to that. But for today's video, we're going to be checking out my own gameplay. We're gonna be analyzing all the specifics of my own gameplay. Just gonna mute myself real quick. And it's gonna be kind of like in the mind of Inception, essentially, right? A little bit of a tongue twister right there. Let me just charge my controller while I'm doing this. We are streaming right now, so I do want to be able to do this and then stream at the same time later. So in regards to this is the team that we did come up against, right? As you guys know, I was using this team right here, if it loads up properly. This is the team that we were using right here. So we used Laurent Blanc and Pogba as the CDMs, Willian as a central cam, Dembele on the right cam, Hazard on the left cam, and then Werner as a striker. So just a little bit of context in regards to what we were up against here. We were facing this team here. So from the looks of it, I feel like he was going to switch in game because the way that this formation is set up is perfect for potentially a 4-2-3-1 because he can potentially put Kyle Walker as the right back, David Luiz and Van Dijk as the center backs, Alonso as the left back, Milinkovic, Savic, and Socrates as the two CDMs, maybe if he uses the 4-2-3-1. Or he uses Milinkovic, Savic, and Cancelo as the two CDMs. He uses Socrates as the cam, Rashford on one side or the other, Hazard on one side or the other, and Ronaldo as a striker. So a pretty cool lineup to start off with. He only has 7 chemistry on Milinkovic, Savic. I'm pretty sure everybody else is on the full chemistry that they require, which they are. So just a little bit of context in regards to the squad. So what we're going to do is we're going to have the gameplay volume open for you guys. Right, we're going to put the volume as maximum as I could possibly put it. And we're going to just check out what I was thinking during the gameplay. Now, this gameplay that I am going to be analyzing is in good gameplay, so that's going to be a big thing with this video. Good gameplay is in regards to the general feel of the game. So some of the things that I'm able to say in regards to, oh, I should have done this, you can't really say that when the gameplay is bad. So in this gameplay, I definitely could have judged my own gameplay because the gameplay was good, right? So right off the bat for kickoff, I'm already starting the offside trap. From the very beginning, I switched to my defensive tactics, right? The tactics that I've shown in my videos in the previous years. You want to get movement from your players because you can see the back four is in a straight line, so kickoff is a really annoying thing to have to deal with. So you can see that they're very, very stagnant. So you want movement from them. So you want to kind of spam that offside trap a little bit in the beginning just to get movement from them. But it ends up working for us. The offside trap is still active. So even if they get the ball back, your defenders are still really, really stupid. So you got to be careful, especially if you go on the attack. If you want to avoid the kickoff entirely, you need to kick the ball out of play. But I think pride doesn't allow for people to kick the ball out. So this general play here is me exploiting the side. So with the 4-2-3-1, the reason why this is the only formation that I can personally use nowadays in FIFA is because the gameplay is very linear. You need to be able to exploit the sides, transition back, and then go back into the middle. That's kind of like the way you got to play, right?
Start the game today. Virgil van Dijk plays alongside David Luiz in the heart of the defense.
So you can tell that the gameplay is good strictly from Willian's dribbling here. I'm actually able to exploit the space and exploit the high pressure that someone's using against me, right? So boom, 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 right? Everything was very quick there. That's not possible in bad gameplay. So just, again, this is just strictly for the good gameplay, right?
And the great man is up front today,
instant shield, instant touch, stuff like that, right? Again, trying to exploit the side as much as possible. I don't really like using Ousmane Dembele because his composure is low. Composure affects the way that your player moves on the ball. It affects the way that they attack. It affects the way that they finish. And Dembele's composure is very low. Hazard never really has moments like that, right? Where he kind of like lets the ball a little bit, like lets the ball go a little bit because of his low composure. So just food for thought.
alongside Ousmane Dembele in midfield.
So at this point here, you can see I'm using the CDMs to block the middle area.
With a sole striker.
This transition touch right here, this is a FIFA mechanic, so this could either screw you or benefit you. That drag touch right there, right? Sometimes they'll drag it backwards. It's not really something you intend to do. It's a FIFA mechanic. You can hold L trigger and they'll still do it. So you gotta be careful with those ones.
They tried to keep it, but they haven't been able to do that.
So again, exploring the sides as much as possible. I see no one's making the moves on the side. We're transitioning back into the middle, right? Middle's opened up a little bit. I see that he's packing up the midfield over here, so we don't overcommit. We do some skill moves here. I try to do a fake shot stop here. What I should have done right at this moment right here is I should have done a roulette and go this way 180, right? So if you did the roulette, it goes like this. And if I did that, I would have had the opening space with Werner. That's something I can't blame myself for because I obviously didn't do it quick enough.
But what about Eden Hazard? I think we'll be concentrating a bit on him today.
Yeah, I think his opponent might too. It's not going to be an easy job facing this boy.
So when you're in the midfield engagement, you can see that I'm holding the button all the way.
Boy, can he shift.
VLC is being really bad right now. Probably like right about here. So just watch the commands at the bottom right. I'll move my face cam for you guys right here. I'm gonna put it right about here. So watch the bottom right.
Yeah, I think his opponent might too. It's not gonna...
You hold it all the way. See how he was holding it all the way too?
Be an easy job.
He has Ronaldo as a striker, team of the year, so he's gonna win that. That's the pay to win aspect. You need a center back to counter that team of the year Ronaldo. I have like 2 rare gold center backs, so it's not really gonna do much in those situations.
Facing this boy because boy can he shift.
Blanc being a god as usual. He's amazing. Probably my best player on the team. Right? Don't commit forward all the way. Slow build up. I never cross the ball, so I always go back. This was a driven pass. When I did this driven pass right here, this is the player not being good enough. I think if I had a better player, his pass is better here. So because this is Ousmane Dembele, once I take that touch right there, you can see that I'm doing a driven pass. If his driven pass was good and he didn't feel the composure thing here, he would make the pass right away to Willian right here. He wouldn't pass it to this general area right here. See? He doesn't pass it over here. He passes it over here. That's a specific like passing that that makes the difference, right? Transition backwards. Don't over commit forward.
Sanchez. Now Bailly. And the ball played to Mendy.
Bad pass by me there. Always blocking that CDM area. See, so what I did here, right, is because he was through on goal in this situation, and my Serge Aurier was caught out of position. You'll see right about here. Unlucky deflection, because I should be receiving that, right? This is stupid things in EA and FIFA. My right back is now out of position. His Ronaldo starts making that run. Team of the year Ronaldo's very good at occupying that open space, right? He makes that wide pass. He's through on goal. So in this situation right here, I pull my goalie out a little bit just to scare him, right? So it kind of makes him... He has to create this decision-making aspect in himself now, right? Like, am I going to chip this or what am I going to do, right? Because he could overcommit and risk the fact that my goalie is going to get the ball easily, or he can slow down and try to finish properly. But as you guys know, defensive players catch up really quickly. So he's through on goal here. I pull my goalie out a little bit. He doesn't go for the chip, which he could have, right? He goes for the regular shot, but as you can see, my player is already in position. And then, you know, defensive AI is what blocks this ball, right? And that's what makes the standing tackles, the sliding tackles, and the pay-to-win concept more relevant. Is because of situations like this, is them taking those blocks. Because he could take the shot. It's not a good enough shot. My De Gea would have probably saved it because he's taking a regular shot. A regular shot will be going straight. He either has to go for the chip shot and do a good chip shot, or he has to go for the finesse shot or the near post shot in order for him to score, right? So we end up blocking that. We get the corner, or he gets the corner. So corners, no matter what, block the near post. It does not guarantee that you will get the ball. You can pull your goalie out, but you'll just be leaving it. If he passes the ball here in this general area, pulling your goalkeeper out will not do anything, because what he can do is he can just cross it to somebody else and score this. So the best thing you could do is go on the near post. It's stupid that it goes to my Eden Hazard against the Team of the Year Ronaldo, but it is what it is. It's what everybody goes for. You see how he does the full power there? It's because he's trying to aim for this general area to go for that header. See how he controls Ronaldo right away?
He's looking for the cross.
Blocking the CDM area.
Target for that cross.
Clearing in FIFA's game is trash. It would be nice that when the player is free like Hazard is here, wherever you're holding the clearance button, because the clearance button is B or circle, and this is EA's fault for adding these two mechanics. This is why people go for passes instead, right? The clearance should be going to Timo Werner in this situation, right? I'm aiming it in that direction. He has no presence on him. So we'll just play this right here. Right about here. So you can see this is a cross. This is a full clearance, right? You have to hold the bar the entire way for your player to jump higher. That's a mechanic in FIFA, right? So the unfortunate thing with this is even if you clear it, it doesn't matter what your heading accuracy is. Heading accuracy only matters for A passes or X passes, and or taking the actual header, or taking a header to actually score the opportunity, right? Clearances are not part of the heading. It's completely random. I can have Team of the Year Ronaldo and he'll still clear it in random positions, right? So we go for the clearance. It goes to the bottom. Should be going into the middle. I'm aiming in that direction, but it is what it is. Again, holding it the entire way to clear the ball. See how they jump higher? You don't want to do the A passes. People do the mistake of doing A passes. A passes are definitely more accurate, but the clearances you have to do for your player to jump higher. And he's going for those crosses because he has a physical presence in his team, right? Crosses are a huge pay to win aspect because there's no skill in it. It's completely random. So you can see that no one was really occupying this spot right here. So I'm trying to like build up the play in this general area to open up the space here in this middle area. Should have made the pass at the top right here. I wish I had a better player than Ousmane Dembele here, but you can see that once I make this pass right here, it's going to be that one. The player on the top starts transitioning downwards, so I should have made the pass to the player at the top. See? He starts transitioning downwards. I could go for the overpowered first-time shot there, or since Timo Werner started to make the run in the middle, I could do the first-time pass as well. Not possible for me to say to myself in bad gameplay, but in good gameplay, which is what this was, I should have made that pass to Dembele. Using the CDM area, overcommitting a little bit, which isn't too bad. Blocking the side there. My player is close to him now, so I just want to block that general area. Switch the CDM instantly, block that middle area. Always blocking that middle area, right? He gets the ball there. He is in the hot box there, and because this is Team of the Year Ronaldo, this definitely warranted a goal, right? So once he does that, which he does go past two players, it goes through my player's legs, obviously. This is just a FIFA mechanic. He should not be rewarded for getting this pass through, but it is what it is. It is Eric Bayer, Davinson Sanchez blocking that general opportunity there. Or it's actually, who's in the middle here? It doesn't really matter which player you have. It'll still go through their legs, but we'll see which what the general play is here. So this didn't deserve a pass to go through, but in this area right here, he is in the hot box area. So with a Team of the Year Ronaldo, he should be scoring this opportunity. His player misses due to the bad finishing in this game. That is an angle that does warrant a scoring opportunity, so he should have definitely scored there, but that's obviously EA's fault that their finishing is terrible with a Team of the Year Ronaldo.
It's still 0-0, a miss by Ronaldo.
Well, he knows, we know. Golden opportunity.
I call my players close just to do a driven pass close. You can see I'm already overcommitting my fullback to run forward because this formation is all about exploiting the sides, right? See? I've already exploded the sides. I don't overcommit, though. I don't have players that can win the ball in the air in terms of headers. It shouldn't be Pogba on the corners, by the way. I need to fix that in my actual team. Bad pass by me. The player is standing there. Should have been getting that ball easily there. 100%. The tackling is really shit in this game, so should have been mine as well.
Options now for the pass.
Defending well, watching that middle area at all times. Now I have to watch this guy. I know that he will either transition downwards or upwards. I risk going upwards instead because if he gets the upwards touch, which nobody is there to block for me, I have to block that general area. I commit. I should not be overcommitting this pass, but again, it's just because I'm trying to overcommit to the sides there.
Trying a bit too hard, trying to force the pass, and
it was a forced pass.
Here's Willian.
So you can see that I'm looking for the sides there. I don't have a physical presence on the sides there, so it's not really worth doing that. A mistake you should definitely learn as you play the game. Hazard's not the type of person that's going to win the ball in the air like that. You have to have players who have a physical presence on the side. If that's like a Ronaldinho or something, then I can go for those. So that's a certain aspect of gameplay that you'll be missing when you don't have those certain types of players. Ronaldinho is very good at winning the ball in the air in those situations, so I'm going for the near post corner because those are the best types of opportunities to get. Over there as well, you can see that I couldn't switch to the player at the top because the switching in this game is awful when it deflects off players, so I shouldn't have made that pass. That was a bad pass by me. So you can see I'm trying to exploit the middle area, right? I actually get rewarded for manual defending there, which is great. The tackle was terrible, though. I don't commit forward. I don't have anybody forward for myself. Right? Now I do. Could score that opportunity. This is where the pay-to-win aspect comes in, right? He has a flashback, David Luiz, I believe, so he gets that auto lunge. Which is fine. I'm totally cool with the player getting that. Don't mind the AI intervening there. If you're going to pay for a player at a higher regard, then it makes sense that they actually make those challenges really well. So you can see I don't have anyone to exploit in the sides. This is a bad touch from EA, not from myself. I'm not holding our trigger here. This is just the random. These are the random acceleration touches that just happen in the game. So you can see I make that pass. I go back. He does the acceleration touch. I don't. And then that's the type of stuff you have to compensate for, right? So because the game did that, now you have to be like, okay, now I have to kind of like compensate for it. We end up getting the ball from a deflection, so we're a little bit fortunate there. This guy's playing on low depth. That's something that you realize. That's why I'm dribbling the way I am right now. So I'm trying to see if I can break down the middle area again because he's playing on low depth. So at this point, right, this is where you're kind of reading your opponent, right? You're kind of seeing what type of style he's playing. So because he's playing on low depth and everyone is behind the ball, right? It's the low depth part that makes the difference there, right? You can have 5 depth and the players will still track back, but they won't be that far back, right? They will only be that far back once you overcommit your attackers and they start tracking back against the attackers. So at this point here, you can see that I'm dribbling. I'm like, okay, so the way that I'm going to score against this guy is not going to be me breaking down his defense. The dribbling is good because the gameplay is good, so I could try to do that, obviously. But when someone's playing like this, I need to go for first-time shots, right? I have to wait for those transitioning runs, and I need my players. This is where I need my players to be really good, right? This is why I need to get rid of Dembele and get someone like Neymar, right? Switching it up. See, still has all these players bunched up over here at the back. So I realize that. I'm like, okay, so I'm going to switch my style up, and I'm going to go for those specific shots. I need to build up the play in the middle to create that type of space. So you can see that I already noticed that Werner starts making that transitioning run. Dembele made that transitioning run downwards, but he's far away from the 18. If he's transitioning downwards from here, then I can go for the first-time shot. So because Werner's in that general area, I do the first-time shot, we score it. Those are really overpowered, but it's an effective way to score against someone that's playing low depth. We do the offside trap to get the players moving. That's the best thing you can do, see? So because we got them moving, we got the ball back. That's halftime.
And off we go for the second half of this weekend league match.
So again, building up the space in the middle. So this is me trying to utilize the kickoff glitch, right? Because kickoff glitch is a thing. I need to wait for the transitioning runs for me to score the opportunities. I know that his defenders are going to be stupid, so there's going to be certain runs that they're not going to occupy, right?
He's got support here.
Wait, see, I'm waiting for the transitioning run. See, building it up. First time. I don't go for the shot, though, because, look, it's Ousmane Dembele. If it's a different player, I'd go for the shot. So look at the angle that I come from. Come on. Look at the angle that I come from. Ready? So I realize all this huge gap right here. This is the type of stuff where you start switching instructions in game for, right? So if you realize you have this huge gap in the middle here, you don't want your striker to overcommit and bring their back four back. You want him to play, stay central in a central position, and then you want him to play as a false nine so that you can occupy this general space. But that'll also bring the back four higher up, so you won't have that space to do this. So that's why keeping balanced on the strikers is good, because you push everyone back in this situation. These players start making stupid runs. There's no point in them making those runs. That's the attacking AI being stupid, right? But this is what you work for. You work for this space right here. And this happens more on kickoff than it does in open play, right? So that's the type of space that I'm working for. I do this. Dembele is not a great player, so he's still too far away from doing the first-time shot. He can score from there, but it's more possible if you have the higher tier players. So you can see that I don't go for it. I hold the L trigger shield, go for a fake shot downwards, and I start doing it again. I start transitioning again, right? So, okay, I will start working the space in the middle. Now I'm going to wait for those transitioning runs with the two players on the sides. Not overcommitting. That's overcommitting. That's something you shouldn't do. Kickoff is still alive here. You guys know me, I still try to go for 1v1s because I wouldn't have fun playing FIFA if I'm just exploring the game mechanics.
I think that's a good performance, isn't it?
Good defending there by Pogba.
Well, his manager will be delighted with him after that first half.
That is player quality as well. The fake shot push happens more when the player quality is not that great. It's good, but it's not that great. Players like Neymar or Ronaldinho will do it quickly, and they'll get the ball quickly, right? So when I do that certain animation from the fake shot, they won't push the ball that far. If they do push the ball that far, which sometimes will happen, they'll still accelerate and get the ball quickly. So I would have been able to make that pass on the side to Timo Werner.
They're in a good position now.
At that point, you just do a first-time header. This is me trying to. So right here, I'm not trying to tackle the guy. You could see that it's holding it up, and this is poor mechanics from EA. I'm trying to hold square so that I can cross it back all the way to the goalkeeper. So if I'm in this general area, since the ball's almost going to go out of play, I do want to go for that cross, but he goes for the tackle instead because for some reason EA has two commands in the same area, right? Holding B or circle. You'll hear me complain about this. So this here, again, stupid from EA's mechanics. Because in this situation right here, I'm just trying to tackle the ball, right? I tackle the ball, he goes for the kick instead because those two mechanics are the same thing, right? And he goes for the clearance when I should have been able to just tackle the ball or receive it and then go on the counterattack against his forward defenders. But he goes for a clearance, and the clearance itself is a poor mechanic because I'm going for the tackle. But even if I'm going for the tackle, my thumbstick is aiming in this direction, right? It's aiming in this direction, but where does he clear it? He clears it in the opposite direction. Because clearances are really bad. Even if it goes for the clearance there, it should be clearing it this way, right? Not this way, this way. How are we going to clear it to a corner, man? This is why people think scripting exists. Like, holy shit. Hold the button. So over here we can exploit the sides a little bit. We get lucky with the deflection. He should receive that pass or receive that ball because it was a poor pass by me. We don't overcommit here. He has a lot of players at the back, so we build up the play slowly again. So that right there, our trigger, that's the acceleration touch like what happened earlier with Ferland Mendy. This is a FIFA mechanic. This is not a human error. You can see Hazard touches the ball easily from a driven pass. Right? Watch right here. That's a FIFA mechanic. So when that happens, that catches you off guard, so you have to compensate for it, right? That's why you see me do the pass instantly, because you have to compensate for that touch.
Dembele. Well, they keep moving the ball here.
So this right here is due to instructions, right? So once I get into this position right here, I should score this goal, right? But because of my instructions and tactics, I have stay on the edge of the box for the cross. That's what Hazard is doing, right? And then I also have players in the box set to 1. So this is where instructions and tactics play into effect, right? If I have those tactics and instructions where player in the box was set to like 4 and 5, and then I put my instructions on my left cam and my right cam to be on balance, they'll make these transitioning runs. But the reason why I like them to have on stay on the edge of the box is because look at his position. If he transitions downwards from the edge of the box, that's more preferable than me getting inside the 18-yard box and then passing it across, because defensive players are still going to be all over the players, right? You can see that even when I get into this position right here, this guy right here would have still been occupying the space. So it's deciding whether or not you even want to go for it, right? Driven pass, there should be a player standing in this general area right here, but there isn't, and we don't score this opportunity. And you'll see why I prefer not to do that in a second here. He goes for the clearance. We get rewarded for him going for a random clearance. This is a skill move glitch here. So there's a combination skill move that's not correct, and they never fix this. This is the heel-to-heel flick ball roll. So if you do the heel-to-heel flick and then you go for the ball roll instantly, he actually does the McGeady spin instead. So when you're doing the ball roll, he will do the McGeady spin sometimes right after the heel-to-heel flick, right? Works out in our favors, but in our favor, but the ball roll would have worked the same exact way. Transitioning back into the middle, we see that transitioning run right there. You see that stay on the edge of the box part right there. Watch from the very beginning, from right here. Again, only possible when the gameplay is good. If your gameplay is bad, you cannot do these things, okay? Which is obviously majority of the times, but I was very lucky this time. My foot champs weekend was pretty good. You see how he still stays on the edge of the box? See, there's no, look at the 3 cams. Williams doing the same thing, stays on the edge of the box. Hazard's doing the same thing, stays on the edge of the box. That's why I like this instruction, because watch. I don't go for the cross. There's no point in me telling them to get into the box, right? Still staying on the edge of the box. Still there. He's still doing it, and watch. I make this pass. That's a GG. He starts transitioning because of his high-medium work rates, right? First time shot. Because I'm inside this one, I like this first time shot more than the first one because the first one is stupid. This one is inside the 18-yard box from a good play. Inside the hot box area in the 18. That's the hot box. A first time shot, not a bad goal to concede there. I don't like the random ones from the outside of 18. Those are the ones that bother me. But if someone's playing... The only reason why it doesn't bother me is because if someone's playing low depth like this guy was, and I realize that, that's the only way it doesn't bother me. Skill is only... using football mentality and all these tactics and all these playstyle only possible in good gameplay. I gotta really stress that in this video, okay? Because the stuff you see me doing here, I can't do when the gameplay's bad. I can't dribble properly, can't exploit the space properly, all that kind of stuff, right? Really bad pass by me. Again, no physical presence, so there's no reason for me to do that.
Maybe just kicked it a little bit there and pass goes straight to the
holding the button all the way to be able to win the ball in the air. That's Serge Aurier with 99 jumping. That's why I got that card. This is a great goal. Ready? I make that transitioning run. Driven pass. Thank the EA gods that he doesn't do an acceleration touch. Touches the ball instantly upwards. Touches the ball. This is the type of stuff I gotta keep stressing, the good and bad gameplay part, right? You cannot do this when the gameplay is bad. You can't transition quickly like this. First, that touch. And then this is the biggest part. This is the biggest part that you cannot do in bad gameplay. The instant touch right there. Right? I've worked the space for myself. Dembele is a left-footed player. That's why you like having the left-footed players on the right side. I take that inwards touch. Time finesse shot. We actually get rewarded for time finessing it. Where are we inside the 18-yard box? That's the hot box.
I don't think we expected this. Such a one-sided affair, but look at the scoreline. Delightful touch to score the goal.
We get rewarded for the manual defending there. Again, transitioning back to the sides. Can't overcommit there. Waiting for Hazard to make that run. The player's tracking him, so I don't overcommit to Hazard there. Back to the middle. Back to the sides. I trigger that run on the side right there with the right player. We have space now. First time fake shot. First time fake shot in this general area. So you can trigger the runs by pressing LB or L1. So I trigger this run with Dembele. I realize that he's overcommitting with this player here, meaning he doesn't have a left center back, right? So what I do here, noticing this run from Timo Werner, is I do a first time fake shot. First time fake shot will aim in the direction of the opponent's goalkeeper. So you can see that that's where he did. Great thing about the good gameplay is being able to take that sharp touch right afterwards, right? I do the Y pass here. Now we have this space to work with. I end up going with that skill move. Doesn't work out. That's the risk and reward you take. But obviously I shouldn't have gone for that. What I could have gone for here is a body feint, right? So I could have gone body feint this way, body feint, the exit would go this way, and then I would have two players that I can work with here, right?
Well, listen to this.
Random foul there.
Opportunity to cross it now.
Always transitioning in the middle, right? See the side, don't overcommit.
Back with Pogba.
I realize that I'm using Paul Pogba. When you realize you're using one of your CDMs here, you never overcommit forward with them. See? I'll go back here because I realize that I'm using him. I want him to transition back into position. Right? First time pass, first time fake shot. Maybe we get rewarded for it. This right here, I could do the stupid thing, the brainless thing, and just do a first time shot. Because watch. See the transition? That's a first time shot right there. I can go for the first time shot right there and actually score that. But it's in me to not always abuse it, right? So I go for the first time fake shot to try to open up the space for myself. But I could go for the first time shot there.
That did look like a real opening, but they've dealt with it. Just a quick check on
Bad pass by me there.
20 minutes to go.
Blanc being amazing as he normally is. First time pass here. Transition back forward. Trigger the run myself there with the player, and you could see again with EA's mechanics, right? Watch the acceleration touch here with the player. Right there, watch. Boom. See that acceleration touch? That's not me doing it. That's the game doing it. Now, when the player does that, you have to compensate, right? So I have to spam the pass button here to try to get the pass off. If the game allowed me to just control the ball regularly with a player that has perfect stamina, right? Then I can exploit this side more here with Hazard, but obviously I can't. He gets the ball back, gets a tackle, we get lucky, we get the ball back. That's why I make these videos in regards to FIFA gameplay, because this game is awful, right? There's a lot of stupid mechanics in this game. Driven pass into the middle, should have gone to Willian there, goes to my striker, which is fine. We'll compensate for that.
On the move and able to cut out the pass. Willian went in a bit crudely, but the referee
Heel to heel to open up the space. One croqueta to open up that space. Get lucky. Super, super lucky here. This does not warrant a goal scoring opportunity because of my instructions and tactics. So you can see right here.
but the referee saw it and decided not to stop the game because they've
Over here, what the game should have done, because look at the power that I put, right? What the game should have done is that it should have done it to my closest player. I didn't put 3 bars. 3 bars is what would have said, okay, I want to go for the far post. But you can see 2 different things that's stupid about this. One, doesn't warrant a goal because this player is in front of me, right? Look at where I'm aiming this pass. I'm aiming this upwards so that my player in the striker position can transition forward and then do a tap shot right away. Completely RNG in that situation. We score. So 2 shit goals so far in this game, 1 good goal. Or 2 good goals, 2 shit goals. This is us blocking the kickoff glitch as much as possible here. This is why I tell my 3 cams to come back in defense, right? If I don't have my 3 cams to come back on defense, this type of clearance is shit because they wouldn't be here, they would be here with the striker being over here. So because I tell them to come back in defense, when I get this clearance, look how close they are to me. Look at how close they are to me on the outside of the 18-yard box. I clear the ball, boom, they're there. I even tell my striker to come back, but he doesn't come back all the way. He just comes back so he can be balanced with the 3 cams, right? And now I can go on the counterattack. That's what this game is, right? Timo Werner starts making that run. I go for the lob pass. Lob passes don't really get too rewarded, but he does well to pull out his goalie there.
interception.
Using the fullback, doing manual tackling. Don't get rewarded for it, which is great. He's offside there, so I'm lucky that he made that tackle.
Pretty clear that it was going to end up with a throw-in.
Good tackle there. Don't mind him getting the ball there. Blocking the area on the side. Using my physical presence. Not a bad engagement to lose there. We're defending well. Keep blocking that middle area. I slide tackle. Watch why I slide tackle here, right? I don't slide tackle because of the score and me not caring. The reason why I slide tackle on the upwards part here is because there's a mechanic, right? Where if you spam the slide tackle button, your player, thank you for the sub, your player will get up instantly from the slide tackle, right? So watch what happens with Davinson Sanchez here. I slide tackle, but because I'm spamming the slide tackle button, look at how fast he gets up. Instantly, right? Where is he occupying? He's occupying that middle area. This is the only area that he has to shoot now. He takes a random shot, doesn't score it. He could have a player on the right side there to go for the deflection. He doesn't. We get lucky. Hazard's coming back in defense, so that's the part right there, right? If I don't tell him to come back in defense, he has to go from here and go all the way backwards to get the ball. But now he can get the ball easily.
Cristiano Ronaldo cuts that out. Counting down towards the end of the 90 minutes. 9 minutes left. Well, the home team...
Good drag back there. Should not have made that pass. The distance between my players is too big. Doesn't have anyone on the left side. At the end of the game, this is where the gameplay gets really shit, right? For some reason, like the players just turn into garbage. Even if it's 4-0, they just, if someone's using like a constant pressure, the composure of your players, like look, simple things like this. Watch this transition here, ready? Don't get rewarded for the slide tackle there. He takes a terrible touch, but my player overcommits like an idiot, right? But watch this. This is where the players just become stupid. I'm using this player. It's great that they gave me the ball here. They rewarded me for blocking that general area because I know that he wants to make that extra pass. He could take the touch here and go for the shot, but look at how I'm transitioning. I'm going upwards. He should just touch the ball at his feet, and then I can transition going forward. What does he do? He deflects the ball off himself like that. The ball goes further away from him, and then all this little scuffle shit here happens, and now I lost that opportunity with the left cam. Whatever. He's going to overcommit there with his right back there. We make this pass in the middle. We have that space to open on the side. Over here, one croqueta, fake shot. I do a fake to see if he overcommits to me. So look, I do one fake, and then I instantly accelerate. This is not possible when the gameplay is bad. None of this is possible. I do a fake, and then I touch the ball instantly, trying to bait the penalty. He doesn't commit. He's just holding L trigger. His player could commit, right? But his player doesn't commit. He doesn't go for the tackle himself. He's just holding that general area. I'm like, okay, I have absolutely no passing lane to go with here. I could go for the driven shot, but for me, this, if it goes into the back of the net, is random. There could be an RNG factor in this if I do a driven shot and it goes to the bottom left. Sure. But it's not a 100% opportunity. So what do? He starts overcommitting because he thinks I'm going to make some sort of pass in this general area, which I could have. I could have gone for a Y pass, and my player could have transitioned forward here, right? But what do I do here? I go for the drag back. The drag back, cut inside. Not possible when the gameplay is bad, because this, you can do that command as it is happening. But in bad gameplay, you have to do it before the command actually happens. Does that make sense? Like if I put my controller on the screen, here, okay, if I put my controller on the screen here, I'm going to actually put it on the monitor capture for you guys. So let me just, I don't even remember what it is actually. I think it's a browser source, scene. A browser source, I'm pretty sure. It is. Okay, perfect. So let's just put the controller at the top here. So you see this general area, I am here with Hazard. So to show you guys the commands that I'm doing here, that's just a croqueta. Boom. That's just a croqueta, right? Fake shot downwards. Flick. Flick. Flick, instant acceleration. Flick, instant acceleration, right? Only possible in good gameplay. Over here, I'm going... Watch the transition as it happens. I'm going Boom, boom. As it's happening, right? Boom, boom. As it is happening. Not, because if the gameplay is bad, you have to go boom, boom right away. From here. Once you start doing that, it has to be boom, boom right away. Right? But because I can do it and I can feel the gameplay responsiveness at that moment, I can go boom, boom at that exact moment and it registers. I made all that space for myself. I could go for the Y pass here, but he has Virgil van Dijk there. I'm just like, hey, 2 bars of power, right? I'm not an idiot. I've played this game for a while. Near post shot, score it. We've created the opportunity here in this general space to get inside the hot box area, right? This is the thing I always stress in my videos. These are the types of areas you deserve to score. Boom, we're in the hot box. Hot box is right here. Boom, 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 boom. That's a good angle. I scored that opportunity. Great goal.
Patrick, goal number 3 here, and it's a perfect day for the player. There's no doubt.
Blocking the kickoff as much as possible here. Go for the spam pass there.
Nothing false about it. They've thoroughly deserved to be so far ahead.
See the touches my players start taking at the end there? It's not because of stamina. They just do this now. He should have gone for the right-footed pass there, not a left-footed pass. I didn't intend it for the left-footed pass. Because if he goes for the right-footed pass, he curves the ball on the outside, right? Not worth committing inside, but, you know, it's fun. It's the fun aspect right now. You can see that the commands don't register right here. I'm doing a drag back. Look at what the player does. You see how he does that little fake thing? Doesn't register the command. So I'm like, okay, got to compensate for it now. They start doing the emphasis touches. You see that? Block that run at all costs. Go back to the goalie. Pass it back all the way into the middle. Laurent Blanc's good with his physical presence. And that's it. That's pretty much it for the video today, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching in regards to me analyzing my own attack. All that fun stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I'll catch you guys for the next video. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.